Good morning, friends. So, today we will discuss the subject called working capital management. But before starting the subject, since this subject is coming under finance specialization and the paper code is 3.2, just have a look into the finance specialization courses. In your BBA third year, you have got finance specialization. So in finance specialization, there are certain subjects like working capital management, which is my subject, then security analysis and portfolio management, which is also taken by me. Next, risk and insurance management, and another subject is called management of financial services or MFS. So these are the four papers that you are going to study under your finance specialization. So my first subject will be working capital management, and I will be taking your two subjects. First, working capital management, and second subject, security analysis and portfolio management. So these are the two subjects. So coming back to this subject that is called working capital management, as the word goes on, working capital management. So in this subject, we will study all those courses or we will cover up all those courses which are related to management part. Just have a look into the board. Under first unit or first topic, we will discuss the working capital management. Then we will discuss the cash management. Next, we will discuss the accounts or receivables management, and at the end, we will discuss the inventory management. So, all the activities or all the topics which are related to management, that we will cover up under working capital management. Students, see, for any organization, whether a small scale business unit, whether a medium scale business unit or a large scale business unit, every business organization is highly required to manage its working capital in order to become successful in the society. One thing is for sure, for or behind every successful business, the management of the working capital is highly essential. Unless otherwise we don't manage our working capital properly, our business cannot be successful. So one thing is for sure, in order to be success in our business or in order to achieve success in our business, we must properly manage our working capital. Now the question is, what is working capital? See, working capital refers to that part of capital which is required for running the day-to-day activities of the business concern. Just have a look into the example. Suppose one investor wants to start up a business and he has, means the owner of the business has rupees 20 lakhs for starting the business. Now, the owner of the business cannot invest all the money for acquiring fixed assets only. तो वो क्या करेगा? मान लीजिए 15 लाख, 15 lakhs out of the 20 lakhs, the 15 lakhs the owner of the business will invest in purchasing of various fixed assets. Friends, as we all know, fixed assets of the business includes land, building, furniture, plant and machinery and other long-term investment. You can see on the board also, land, building, furniture, other investment. So these are called the fixed assets of the business, which is highly essential for starting up of the business. That is why these assets are also coming under establishment cost or establishment purposes. Once again remember, fixed assets are those assets which are required for establishing any business concern. Now, when the owner of the business has invested a lot of money in purchasing or in acquisition of various fixed assets, like these are the things: land, building, plant and machinery, furniture, etc., the amount which is invested in the fixed assets or purchase of fixed assets is blocked. What it means? In this example, when the owner of the business invested rupees 15 lakhs out of the 20 lakhs, it means 15 lakhs rupees is blocked. The owner of the business cannot touch these 15 lakhs because it is blocked on a permanent or fixed basis. That is why this portion is also known as fixed capital. Once again, remember, amount invested in acquisition of fixed assets of the business is called fixed capital, because the capital which is invested in acquisition of various fixed assets is totally blocked. The owner of the business cannot touch that. But only acquiring the fixed assets of the business cannot solve the problem. No doubt, the owner of the business has started it, but there are certain extra amount required for carrying out the day-to-day operations, of the business. So the owner of the business, out of rupees 20 lakhs, will invest rupees, say, 5 lakhs for carrying out the day-to-day activities, because for every business concern there are certain day-to-day expenses, like purchase of raw material. We have to purchase our raw material on a daily basis or on monthly basis, because only when we purchase the raw material on a timely basis, then only our production process can be continued. So we have to make payment to the seller of the raw material. That is why acquiring or purchasing of raw material is also very important. Second important aspect is payment of salaries and also payment of wages to the employees and to the workers respectively. We have to make sure that our employees getting the salary on a timely basis, our workers getting the wages on timely basis. Unless otherwise we don't pay them cash in time, they will not come to our organization. So again, our production activity or our business activity may be stopped. So in order to run our business on a very smooth manner, we have to make sure that our employees are getting the salaries on timely basis and our workers are also getting the wages on timely basis. Similarly, for running the business, there are also various other expenses like payment of electricity bill, payment of telephone charges, payment of Wi-Fi or internet charges, and other maybe printing charges, postage charges. Lot of things are there which is required for running out the day-to-day activities of the business concern. So those activities or those amount which is required for meeting the day-to-day working or day-to-day operation of the business, nothing but called as working capital. Once again repeating the sentence, working capital refers to that part of capital which is required for running the day-to-day operation or for running the day-to-day activities of the business concern. Hence, this amount, these 5 lakhs, in this example, these 5 lakhs will come under working capital. Whereas rupees 15 lakhs is coming under fixed capital, these 5 lakhs will come under working capital. And if we analyze very critically this example, these 5 lakhs, even though a very lower amount as compared to rupees 15 lakhs, but still it has a vital importance or more importance as compared to rupees 15 lakhs or fixed capital. So working capital is more powerful than fixed capital. भाई हमने इन्वेस्टमेंट कर लिया, फिक्स्ड एसेट्स परचेज कर लिए, बिजनेस नहीं चला पाएंगे। बिजनेस कैसे चला पाएंगे? जब हमारे पास सफिशिएंट वर्किंग कैपिटल होगा, जो कि हमें काफी ज्यादा मदद करेगा अपने डे टू डे एक्टिविटीज को चलाने के लिए, मींस बिजनेस के डे टू डे एक्टिविटीज को चलाने के लिए। सो in one sentence we may say working capital is more powerful than fixed capital. No doubt, fixed capital is also giving us various benefits. Once we purchase the land, it will definitely going to give us long-term benefits. No doubt about that. But only by purchasing various fixed assets with folded hands, we cannot sit idle. The businessman, being the owner, has to go for the working capital. ये तो हो गया वर्किंग कैपिटल. मीन्स वर्किंग कैपिटल refers to that part of capital which is required for carrying out the day-to-day activities or day-to-day operations of the business. Now we will see for managing the working capital. These 5 lakhs को हम कैसे मैनेज करेंगे ताकि हमारा बिजनेस बहुत स्मूथ और बहुत आसानी से हम लोग चला सकें. So managing of working capital in today's competitive market where neck-to-neck competition is going on is highly essential. Without managing the working capital properly, we cannot able to run our business in a smooth manner. So managing the working capital is highly essential. Now, for managing the working capital or for further discussion on working capital, we have to go through the concepts of working capital. ये जो एग्जांपल मैंने आपको बताया, all these things that are coming under the meaning of working capital. अब आप लोग समझ गए कि वर्किंग कैपिटल क्या है, वर्किंग कैपिटल किसे कहते हैं, फिक्स्ड कैपिटल किसे कहते हैं, वर्किंग कैपिटल कहां से आता है, हमें कैसे इन्वेस्ट करना है और क्या कुछ करना है, ये आप लोग सब समझ गए मीनिंग के अंदर. But for better understanding, we have to go through the concepts of the working capital. Working capital has got 2 concepts, that is gross concept and net concept, gross concept and net concept, which we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.